Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. Every morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. To conquer oneself is a greater task than conquering others. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. The root of suffering is attachment. Let go of the past, boss. Let go of the future, let go of the present, and cross to the other shore. Speak only the truth and do not yield to anger. A fool is known by his speech and a wise man by silence. Work out your own salvation. Do not depend on others. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Kindness should become the natural way of life, not the exception. If you find no one to support you on the spiritual path, walk alone. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. With our thoughts, we make the world. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Silence the angry man with love. Silence the ill-natured man with kindness. Train your mind to see something good in everything. Set your heart on doing good. Do it over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. It is better to travel well than to arrive. Those who are free of resentful thoughts surely find peace. Let us rise up and be thankful. Give, even if you only have a little. The whole secret of existence is to have no fear. If you are facing in the right direction, all you need to do is keep walking. Love the whole world as a mother loves her only child. Just as treasures are uncovered from the earth, so virtue appears from good deeds. Happiness does not depend on what you have or who you are. It solely relies on what you think. Live every act fully as if it were your last. Patience is the highest asceticism. Drop by drop, a water pot is filled. Do what is right, not what is easy. Those who are free of resentful thoughts surely find peace. Without health, life is not life. It is only a state of suffering. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Only the wise know just where footprints lead. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Live with no sense of mine, not forming attachment to experiences. A disciplined mind brings happiness. When you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky. You are stronger than you think. The only thing that is constant is change. Develop a mind that is vast like space. Pain is certain, suffering is optional. Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. He who walks in the eightfold path with unswerving determination is sure to reach nirvana. All conditioned things are impermanent. There is no greater wealth than contentment. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. All suffering originates from craving, from attachment, from desire. Be a lamp unto yourself. True love is born from understanding. Learn this from water. Loud splashes the brook, but the ocean's depth is calm. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. An idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. The greatest prayer is patience. There are only two mistakes one can make along the road to truth: not going all the way and not starting. The trouble is, you think you have time. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. When you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky. If you truly loved yourself, you could never hurt another. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. The heart of the problem is the problem of the heart. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. You cannot travel the path until you have become the path itself. Meditate. Do not delay, lest you later regret it. In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts unguarded. A fool is one who speaks without thinking. Whatever has the nature of arising has the nature of ceasing. What you think, you become. The best way to predict the future is to create it. To understand everything is to forgive everything. A disciplined mind brings happiness. The most important thing is to find peace in your own heart. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. In the confrontation between the stream and the rock, the stream always wins, not through strength, but through persistence. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Be vigilant. Guard your mind against negative thoughts. When you go out into the world, keep your mind calm and undisturbed. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. If you truly loved yourself, you could never hurt another. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. There is no fire like passion. There is no shark like hatred. Learn this from water. Loud splashes the brook, but the ocean's depth is calm. Let go of attachment. Let go of the ego. What we think, we become. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. As soon as anyone accepts that I am right and you are wrong, the right thing has been abandoned. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Meditation brings wisdom. Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Nothing ever exists entirely alone. Everything is in relation to everything else. The perfect moment is always now. The wise man makes an island of himself that no flood can overwhelm. A person who has mastered their own mind is invincible. True happiness comes from within and not from outside. ThriveX, where growth begins. Don't miss out. Hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon to stay inspired. Together, we'll unlock your full potential.